Hari Om Swamiji. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Pranamam. Welcome to all the participants. We are in the 7th class of Tattvabodha. We are discussing the sadhana chatushteya sampatti. Swamiji gave us a very beautiful explanation of sadhana. He said that sadhana is that which takes us from the limitedness to the limitlessness, from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Swamiji also talked about discipline and said that discipline should not be forced on us by others. We have to make the choice. The first sadhana is Viveka, which Swamiji discussed in class 5. In the 6th class, Swamiji explained the second sampatti, Vairagya, in detail. It is a word that cannot be translated into English. The text gives the meaning as dispassion, even though it is not the exact meaning. Passion means interest, so Vairagya should mean no interest. However, Vairagya is not about losing interest. There is another type of Vairagya, which is Alabhe Vairagya, which is when we lose interest in things that we do not get. The second one is Smashana Vairagya. This is when a dear one dies unexpectedly. The lack of interest in all activities is what follows. This lasts only for a very short while. Swamiji pointed out that often we mistake Vairagya to be indifference, irresponsibility, and absent-mindedness. Vairagya is a condition of the mind. It is a renunciation which should take place in the mind with a proper understanding of what is real and what is unreal. In this context, Swamiji explained about the conscious and subconscious mind. In the conscious mind, thoughts come and go. In the subconscious mind, the thoughts remain there. So we should know what to keep in the subconscious mind. Vairagya is something which goes deep in the subconscious mind and stays there all the time. Knowing the impermanence of the anatma, which includes our own body-mind-intellect complex and the world of emotions, we must get detached from them through discrimination and make them insignificant for ourselves, meaning they should not create any reaction in us. One must become attached to the permanent Atma Swarupam, which is one's own Swarupam, as said in the Shastras. Whether the world is there or not, you are not affected if you develop Vairagya. The next sampatti is Shatka Sampatti, which Swamiji will teach us today. As usual, after Swamiji's class, he will take the questions and answers for the next half an hour after the session is over. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Om Namo Narayana. Shrutismriti Purananamalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vante Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheta Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Vasudevendra Yogendram Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattvabodho Bhidhiyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. We have discussed the second sadhana, Vairagya. Iha Swarga Bhogeshu Icharahityam Vairagya. Viraga. The word Viraga and Vairagya means the same. So we have elaborately discussed about the different aspects of Vairagya, where it can be misunderstood. So Vairagya basically renunciation with detachment. The main emotion of Vairagya is detachment. So detachment with awareness, knowing what to detach, what not to. So the first sadhana, namely Nitya Vastu Viveka, the discriminative knowledge of what is Nitya, what is permanent, eternal, and what is Anitya. So then the second qualification, Viraga and Vairagya can come. Unless we are not aware what to know and what not to take for our understanding, because many activities what we normally do, it is not needed, and we have so many desires, unnecessary desires, which cannot be fulfilled or impossible to fulfill. So starting the Vairagya practice, we can thoroughly analyze all these differences. Therefore, we were discussing this point a little elaborately out of the test discussion, so that to just analyze what is not Vairagya. Now, before we take on the discussion further, the last time I mentioned, we will just preview the contents of Tattvabodha, so that we can have an idea about the whole test, what we are going to learn. So normally we do this in the beginning, just to know what we are going to study. But now it is necessary to preview the contents. So I will just go through. The Tattvabodha, as you know, the textbook for Vedanta, the basic textbook for Vedanta. It is discussing mostly about the terminologies of Vedanta. So what are the terminologies usually used in Vedanta to communicate? So if you know the terminology, the meaning of the terms correctly, the meaning and understanding will be correct. So our thought process will be more clear and strong. In the point will be very clear. So the test started with the invocation, which we normally see in all the scriptural textbooks. Then what we are discussing, the next point, fourfold qualification. So we are on that discussion. We are discussing the second qualification as viraga. Then the contents, the third one, we can say realities, which is another important point of Vedanta, realities. And what is Satya and what is Mithya? The Satya is real and Mithya is unreal. So the difference between Satya and Mithya, these words are used there. So there we will learn the realities and comparative realities, superficial realities, all these terms. And then comes the definition of Atma. So the Swarupa Lakshanam, what we call, the nature of Atma, the definition of Atma, Satchidananda Swarupaha, that we will learn after that. And connected to that, three bodies, the famous three-body system, that gross body, physical body, subtle body, the mental body, and then causal body, the body which is there in deep sleep, which is we call as ignorant, the body of ignorant. So this three body we will discuss. This is all discrimination, to know what is there in our body mind complex. Now then the point comes related to the subtle body, the organs of perception, we call it jnanendriyas. Which are jnanendriyas? The organs for perception or sense organs. Then continuing with the organs of action, karmendriyas. Okay. Then three states, like we have these three bodies, gross, subtle, and causal body. Similarly, we have the experience of three states. State means where the self, the consciousness stays with or act with some attributions, some elements. That is what is called states. So first one is waking state. So normally it is called Jagrata Avastha. And then dreaming state. And the third one is deep sleep. And which is the deep sleep is an example for liberation. In the state of deep sleep, we actually experience the Atma, the changeless Atma, the changeless consciousness. We experience the all-pervading consciousness there, limitless consciousness. So this is something very interesting to study the deep sleep. And then comes the Panchakoshas, 5 sheaths, Panchakoshas. So those we know. And then again, the nature of self is defined furthermore with the more definitions. After that, the creation, what is the creation in Vedanta? How Vedanta understands this creation, the creation of this world. So there we will learn 24 substance in that creation, the 24 tattvas. Those are 5 elements plus 5 pranas plus 5 organ of action plus sense organs 5, then 4 inner karanas, the inner instruments, mind, intellect, chitta and ahankara. So these are attributed to consciousness. We technically call it attributions to consciousness, on consciousness. So why it is attributed? So actually these are different from consciousness. The actions of all these 5 elements and all others are not actually Atma, but we are taking it as Atma. So this superimposition happened there. Therefore, these 5 pranas and minds and all these elements are attributed to Atma. So Atma is different from this. Asanko hi ayam purushaha. To know this, we have this analysis to categorizing all these elements separate. Now another interesting point comes after this, Maya, the famous Maya in Vedanta. So we will correctly learn what is Maya after all, because this Maya word is also wildly misunderstood. So there is so much confusion on this. So Maya is creative power of Ishvara, but if you want to know correctly, then it can be defined identical creative power agent of Ishvara. Maya is a power, the power of Ishvara. And what type of power it is? This creative power. But that creative power is identical with Ishvara. So we can define like this. Identical creative power agent of Ishvara. This is called Maya. It's a long definition, but we will learn later, in detail, why all this word came there. So it is very interesting. And this Maya is nothing but Trigunas. So Maya is made of Trigunas. 3 aspects of Maya. Those are called Trigunas. When we call Guna, but in our Indian languages, Guna means quality. A quality is called Guna. That is the translation we get in dictionaries. So in this, for studying this, please you don't follow any dictionary. Okay, if you are following any dictionary for this Sanskrit word translation, you will be more confused, and not only that, you may doubt on me. what Swamiji is saying, not the dictionary is giving. So there will be so much confusion. So until I refer, you don't take any dictionaries, because then there will be confusion. So if you see what is guna in dictionary, it will show that guna in quality. It can be a qualification. A good, something good is called guna. In our Malayalam and other language, guna means something very good. So nothing to do with this here. So here, the aspects of Maya, it cannot be said manifestation of Maya. It is actually after the gunas are provoked, or then only the manifestation comes. So when gunas are triggered each other, then the manifestation happens. Otherwise, there is no manifestation. So even then, that those gunas are there. Then after the discussion of Maya and Trigunas, we go on to discuss on Panchikarana. Panchikarana. Panchikarana means each element is made 5. Each element has one quality as its special quality, but after one process, it is formatted into 5. So each element will take other 4 qualities, then made is that element contains 5 qualities. So this is called Panchikarana. The word meaning is what is not 5 has been made as 5. Okay, it means in Vedanta, the grossification of elements is called Panchikarana. The Tama aspects of Maya, taking that, the grossification happens. Before the Panchikarana, the ungrossified elements, they are called subtle elements, tanmatras. So from that, this Panchikarana happens, then the grossification comes. So this we will technically learn when we learn Panchikarana. Then comes another important point of Vedanta, the oneness of individual consciousness and universal consciousness. In between, we discussed this point. So that is important point. Together with that, we will learn what is Jiva. Who is the Jiva? What is the definition of Jiva? So we will have different definition for more clarity. So then, who is Ishvara? What is the definition of Ishvara? And what is Sakshi? The observer, the witness. So what is Sakshi? What is the difference between Sakshi and Jiva? This we will learn. And there is Ishvara Sakshi and Jiva Sakshi. The individual form of witness and the universal form of witness. The individual form of witness will witness the mind, the thoughts in the mind. And the universal form, Ishvara Sakshi, will know the whole world, the whole creation. So this difference we will learn there. Then Mahavakya, Tattvamasi, the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, that thou art, you are that Brahman. So how the individual consciousness is Brahman, and what is the connection with these two consciousness. Then Jivan Mukta, who is Jivan Mukta? Jivan Mukta is realized soul. The realized person he realized self while in this life. He is living in this life. The word meaning is realized while living in this body itself. So he is the liberated one. Then necessity for a guru, Sadguru Upadesha. So this word will come. Necessity for a guru, Acharya, to actually learn this Vedanta philosophy or any other philosophies. Then, like last time we discussed, the 3 types of karma. Karma and its manifestation. What is karma, how it is accumulated, and how we perform karma, and what is the effect of karma. So there are 3 types of karma: Agami, Sanjita, and Prarabdha. So this Agami karma is sometimes called as Kriyamana karma also. So then again, what is Punya and Papa? The definition of Punya and Papa, and how this karmas contains the Punya and Papa. So the ingredients of this karma and karma phala is connected to Punya and Papa. Then the last part is conclusion, and why we learn this Vedanta Tattvabodha, that will be concluded there. Tarati Shogamatmavit. The knower of self will cross this ocean of sorrow. This is the statement of Vedanta. Tarati Shogam Atmavit. Atmavit, the knower of self, will cross the ocean of sorrow. Then he is beyond that. There is no sorrow, no suffering. So then the Tattvabodha concludes. Now, these points you can remember, because we are slowly moving, gradually taking one point and understanding elaborately. Okay, I think this is enough to know what we are going to discuss. Now, taking up the last point, what we discussed, how can we practice this Vairagya? So, practicing detachment is very difficult. If it comes normally, because if sometimes with some reasons we are detached, then we don't mind. But knowingly detaching is is actually difficult. You are attached to something, and we want to detach. Then what is the application there? How we can practice? This is very difficult. And making attachment, you just think about that. Can we make attachment? No, that's also not possible. Attachment also normally it comes. Therefore, the separating detachment and attachment, or knowingly making it, is a difficult task. But we can do it. There is a system. So in our scriptures, it is said, This vairagya, as I said, it is non-attachment, or we can say detachment. We have so many translations as dispassion and renunciation, all this. But actually this vairagya, what we take as a sadhana in Vedanta, is beyond like and dislike. There is no special liking towards anything. Neither there is dislike to anything, towards anything. There is no enmity with the enjoyment or the people who are enjoying. No, I am detached. I have no attachment. So it's okay. But if the other people, they are enjoying objects, if they are attached to those objects, one should not have this enmity feeling. So they are not good people. So they are too much attached. So if this is there, then we can say there is no vairagya. So vairagya is, again, is beyond that. There is no special liking or no special dislike. We see the object and analyze it, try to understand what is this object, how this object is going to help me, how this object is going to disturb me in both ways. If we only see the good things in an object, you will be always attached to that. So we have to see the good aspects and bad aspects of the object. So this way, then if something is useful, something is helpful for our sadhana or well-being, and if for our good health, peaceful mind, so if something is helpful for that, so we will take that as our object of, we try to take it for our use. So that is a different thing. Even the people who are practicing vairagya will take so many things with them. But when number of things increases, there is chance of more disturbances, because the objects can change their character anytime. So then what would happen? So therefore, we say, or gurus say, minimize your needs, okay, and only keep those things which are essential for your being, your life, maintaining your life. So then there is less chance of disturbance. This is only what we can do. So when we count our objects, if we can make a list of objects we need, the list of the things we need, okay, make a good list of that. Okay, then take one by one and try to analyze it. Can I live without this object, or it is very, very necessary for my life? Okay, this is I am telling you the practice, how to practice. We all started the practice like this. So make a list and then see, without this also, if I can maintain my life, I can sustain my life, then let it be there. Or keep that thing away sometime. then you see what happens to you. Nothing will happen. You will maintain without that object. So this way, take, in your room, how many things are there, take a list of them, and then analyze. If it's okay, without this, can I leave or not? And try to do that. So this way, the mind will learn how to analyze things. Now we are not doing it. Now we are only taking the the benefits, only seeing the good things in the object, not the bad effect of that. So when we take a medicine, only we see how the medicine is going to help us, not the side effects. Because normally we don't see the side effects. We want the first effect, not the second effect, side effects. So with the first effect, the disease may be cured, but by the second effect, another disease may appear. That doesn't matter. It's okay. The first thing is we got some benefits. It's not like that. This is not good analysis. So therefore, this is the practice. When we practice this, that first step of this kind of practice called yatamana samya. No, it's a category of vairagya. Yatamana samya, restraining the mind, begins to make an effort to break too much attachment towards anything. Please remember these words. Begins to make an effort, is trying to make an effort to break too much attachment towards anything. This is too much is very important. So normal attachment can be detached easily. If you are too much attached to anything, any worldly object, you will be in bondage. Obviously, you will suffer after that. That thing may be very good, but too much, the too muchness is not needed there. Even towards God, too much attachment is not necessary. Okay, so this practice, knowing this and learning, trying to practice this, is called Yadamana Samya Vairagya. So the name of the Vairagya is Yatamana. Yatamana. Yatamana means effort is being done. That is the word meaning. Effort is being done. Then there is an effort in the beginning of practice. Samya means name. That the name of the Vairagya. Now, practicing this for a little, maybe for 1 year or a few months like that. So after the duration of that, then comes Vedireka Samya. The second name is called Vedireka Samya. I will tell you the word meaning. It means, Vedireka means separatedness. So it is separated. So now you know which object is too much attracting you and which object is not attracting you. So you have some control over the attachment. So this level of mind is called Vedireka Samya. This is also Vairagya. It's going deeper and deeper. Okay. The first, there was nothing like that. You are only aware about the too much attachment. Now you know which are the things are disturbing you by attachment or towards the attachment where it is increasing. and you know where it is disgreasing. So this difference can be known, then it is called Vyatireka, the determination of those objects, certain objects which are detached and other still need to be detached. Now, the attachment and detachment is clearly separated. So for this also, if you could make a list for 1 month or 2 months, seeing the detachments and attachment, slowly you can understand which are those things, which are the things which were carrying you, and the things which were supporting you in good way. So this can be made another list. So after this, what happened? The sense organs are almost under control. Now, if you want to taste something like laddu or payasam or something sweet, if you like to eat sweet, or ice cream, so then there will be a check. No, there is need to go to the market and get ice cream. What is the need of that? If I can avoid, it's good. No, it's something like the thought process will come. So even though the desire for ice cream is there, but the taste, the tongue is not too much disturbed with that. It can control it. So in the mind, it is there. The desire is there in the mind, but the sense organs are not going towards that. So this is again is very good if we can do that. Mostly we do that. So the desires are there only in the mind. Then this stage of Vairagya is called Ekendriya Samya. Eka Indriya Samya. Eka Indriya, it means one Indriya, one organ, that is mind. So all the objects, desires are there in the mind. But the sense organs and motor organs like karmendriyas and jnanendriyas, both are controlled. So they have some self-control. So it is checked like that. So then that stage is called Ekendriya Samya. In Gita, there is a beautiful stance on this. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasasmaran. In this stage, in Yoga Sutra, it is called Pratyahara. So this stage is called Pratyahara. So the sadhaka has withdrawn himself from the actual objects, but it is still there in the mind. Sometimes it comes, but we can control it without taking it. That's called Ekendriya Samya. Yeah. Now, here the problem is sometimes we will have some sort of ego on this. Now you see, I have conquered all sense organs. Now I can control sweets. Now I can control oil. Now I can control this. Now I can control that. So this comes. It is there in the mind. And not only in the mind, but when we see people, our friends, we like to say that, you see, now I am in full control. Now I am not attracted to sweets and all those things. So this ego, is, you can say again, an attachment of honor and respect. You want to show people that you have this much strength in your mind. No, like that. It is another dangerous thing. It should not happen. So if somebody is saying that, oh, you have a full control of your life, sense organs, no, you are a good sadhaka. So the appreciation, when we get this appreciation, so we feel something good. It means we have to again check this vairagya, because it can lose control anytime. Because it should go beyond this. So there is no connection with the ego. It should go beyond that. So like, no, we are sannyasins, swamis. People say you are a good swami. We feel good. Okay. It means people respect me as a good swami. Okay, it's a good thing. In our swamis, our gurus, acharyas used to say, if you feel that you are a good swami, you conquered all this worldly object, then there is a chance for fall. No, it's showing that in your mind you are not actually detached and renounced. So therefore, be careful, because somebody say you are a good vairagi. It means your renunciation is not good. So therefore, it should be. Another type, people say, I renounce the crores of rupees. I renounced my job. I renounced my car. It was like 50 lakhs rupees car. I renounced. I renounced my family. I had so much wealth. I renounced everything. So can we say this is a renunciation? No. This is another type of ego. So after renouncing, if you have the ego of the renunciation, pride of that renunciation, you want some respect that I renounced this. I remember the words of Vivekananda Swamiji in this contest. He said, after omitting, so you omitted, so you are having some disturbance by the food and you omitted. So you maybe had some good food, some costly food, some very good payasam or something like that. But after omitting, if somebody says, you see, I omitted a good payasam, the pal payasam. If somebody says that, what does it mean? What a fool he is. So similarly, after renunciation, if somebody say, I renounced this and renounced that, it means his renunciation is incomplete. He is just a child in that path. Therefore, in our tradition, we never ask what you renounced, how much wealth you had, everything, how you renounced. These things we normally do not ask, because once it is renounced, it is renounced, it is gone. It is like, therefore, this in this stage, after control over the sense organs, you may have that pride there. It should not happen. Then comes the fourth stage, the last stage of the completion of vairagya. That vairagya is called Vashikara Samnya Vairagya. This is there in Yoga Sutra. Vashikara Samnya Vairagya. Vashikara means control, full control, fully controlled. So there, no curving for, no desire for visible objects, invisible object in this world, other world, nothing. So it is beyond all this. The word I used, beyond like and dislike. So there is no object which can be attracted. So there is no attraction at all. But in this stage, again, one should not have the ego of that. So there it should be free from ego. So then only this vairagya can help for our sadhana. So these are few points connected to the discussion of vairagya. Now we take up the third sadhana, Shamadhi sadhana sampatti, called Shamadhi sadhana sampatti. So as we know the style of this textbook, Shamadhi sadhana sampatti ka. Shamo dama uparati titiksha shraddha samadhanam ja iti. So this Samadhi sadhana sampatti is sixfold. It has 6 different aspects. Shama, the first one, it will be defined further. Dhamma, the second one. Uparadi is the third one. Tidiksha, fourth. Shraddha, fifth. Samadhanam, sixth. You will just see the word meaning of this. Samadhi sadhana sampatti means, sampatti means wealth. This is a special kind of wealth. Achievement is called sampatti. Sadhana, the word sadhana we already know. Shamadhi means starting with shama. Shama adi. Starting with shama. Shama means restraint of mind. That is normally we call as shama. Mano nigraha shamaha. The controlling or restraining of mind. So then comes Dhamma. After that, Dhamma is control of sense organs, as we discussed now. That is second one. The third one is Uparati. Uparati. Uparati is normally translated as withdrawing. But here the observance of one's own duty is called Uparati. It is a special meaning, Uparati. There Acharya gives observance of one's own duties. Practicing one's own duties, sadhanas. And wherever you are, take those duties as sadhana. So this concept is conveyed here by the word Uparati. You may get a translation as withdrawal of mind or withdrawing, but here the meaning is something special, the observance of one's own duties. And then comes Tidiksha, which is very necessary for our life. Tidiksha. Tidiksha is bearing, forbearance or endurance. Endurance is called Tidiksha. So that we will learn with the definition later in this part, in the second part of the book. Then comes Shraddha, the fifth, Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha. Shraddha, we translate as faith. Faith is called Shraddha. But what is that faith? Trusting Guru and Shastra. So the advice of Guru and Shastra will help me to achieve my goals. So that faith is called Shraddha. With this, he practices sadhana because the goal is uncertain and very subtle. It cannot be experienced directly. Therefore, the sadhaka must have this faith on Shastra, what Shastra says. First have faith, then logically understand. So this is the practice. So first we know what is there and then try to understand logically what it says. So this is called Shraddha. Shraddhavan labhade jnanam. There is in Bhagavad Gita words. The Shraddhavan labhade jnanam. So he will get the knowledge if he has Shraddha. So one who has Shraddha will achieve the get experience, the knowledge, the state of that knowledge. Then comes Samadhanam. Samadhanam is peace of mind, the calmness of mind. So that is Samadhanam. So here, the Ekagrata, one-pointedness of mind. So if mind is concentrated, then the mind is peaceful. Then it can get its effects. It can do much effort. And all the energy is concentrated. So that is Samadhanam. Samyak Adhanam. Getting into one point completely. That is called Samadhanam. So these are the sixfold achievement of Samadhi Sadhana Sampatti. The third sadhana of Sadhana Chadushtaya, fourfold sadhana. So next, Shankaracharya ji will explain what is Shama. So the next question comes, Shamakkaha Manodigraha. So what is Shama? Now the student is asking Guru. You just named Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Now tell me what is Shama. So the answer is Manonigraha. Mastery over the mind. Restraint of mind. We have different functions of mind. We have emotional mind, cognitive mind, recollecting mind, what we call as memory. So emotional mind is having all enjoyment, suffering, and love, angry, and all those emotions. This is the function of emotional mind. Over emotional mind, intelligent has no control, because intelligent cannot control the emotional mind. The intellectual understanding will be different from emotional experience. So the emotional experiences are bound to happen, but it is not controlled by intellect. Then the cognitive mind is, as we know, it takes all new informations and process it. To control cognitive minds, you need to give the mind correct information. Read good books, get correct information, learn new things in right way, and like that. Practice the cognitive mind. It is a different kind of mind which always eager to know new things. So that is cognitive mind. There we should know, we should control our mind, this cognitive mind, by giving right information and not getting into wrong informations. So there we should learn how to control this mind. Otherwise, we will get all unnecessary informations, and then mind is full of unnecessary information. So this can disturb the mind. So whatever is required, we should try to get only those information, not unnecessary information. So this is the cognitive mind. Then recollecting mind, that's called memory. It comes after something is perceived emotionally or other way, anyway something is perceived. Then that knowledge is recollected as memory again. So this can be controlled by cognition, through the cognitive mind, using intelligence into that. So knowing what to how to remember, what to remember. So memory will be processed when we experience. When we experience something, the memory is processed. So therefore, with the Shama or Dhamma, we can experience good things and make good memories, positive memories. So this is the practice here, Mano Nigraha. So when we say control the mind, we normally say control the mind, concentrate the mind, be mindful. Now, how we practice that? So this we have to know the different function of the mind. Then it is easy to understand the mind. When emotions are in high, emotions are working, then we can try to use our intellect to control them. So give some logic. Actually, it doesn't work, but by practice, we can do that. So this we will discuss later. So Mano Nigraha, Antarindriya Nigraha. This is sometimes called Antarindriya Nigraha. The mind is inner instrument. Therefore, it is called Antarindriya Nigraha. So be vigilant on the functions of mind. Take only thoughts which are helping. Take only those thoughts. So then the Mano Nigraha is possible. So there are so many techniques. So practicing yoga is also a technique. Pranayama and meditation, japa, puja. There are so many techniques to do this. This we will discuss when we take up the other part of the Tattvabodha, the second part. So we will discuss those things there. So I think today I will conclude here with this verse. So over to you for the connected question. Om Harihi Om. Please unmute and ask.
Yeah, Swamiji, I have a question.
Ah.
So how do we, train the children, at least, little bit of Shama and Dhamma from the young age? Isn't it necessary?
So it is very simple.
Yeah.
That you cannot teach some Tattvabodha, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the thing is, just find some time, in 24 hours, which time is more comfortable for them, and make them sit in a place without any action, actionless. Just sit in one place for 10 minutes. No, just for 10 minutes. Actually, that is enough for children. Then what happened? Because if they can sit in a place actionless for 10 minutes, it means the mind will get those thoughts. Okay. So gradually they will change their character. It is very simple, but very useful and very effective. Because they cannot sit in a place. That's the difficult. So no theory, nothing is happening, because theory doesn't work on children. Theory, even for us, it is difficult. But therefore, this is the practice. Just like a play, they can play in between, and in between they can sit and quietly closing the eyes, just sit in one place. Straight, back straight, and just sit. Then that's enough for the beginning. Slowly we can see the change. And then the second part for them is stories, good stories, interesting stories. It's not you are seeing the TV or YouTube and then the stories. No. Just tell stories as a conversation. Because two minds when connects, the mind when connects to the children, there is another communication. Because our words and emotions are passed through. So this is needed for children in that communication. So YouTube and other thing, they can communicate in verbal communication or visual communication, but this feeling won't come. Okay, so this through stories, through incidents, through your experiences, making some stories on that with little funds, make some fun of some incident, then we can teach them. So for all this process, the parents need time. That's the problem now. They don't have time to teach all this, and they want something very short, very fast. That's the problem. So if we can teach like this, they will learn. Okay.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Yes.
I was always under the impression that dream comes when we go into sleep, deep sleep. But I think you mentioned dreams, then comes a deep sleep in the beginning. Said awakened state, then dreams, then deep sleep.
Yeah, you see, it is not certainly. It can come after deep sleep also. It can come before that also.
Okay.
So the meaning is the dream state is between deep sleep and waking state. That's all. It can come before or after.
Okay.
So after deep sleep or before deep sleep. It's called half sleep.
Okay,
So,
half sleep. Okay,
dream
okay.
is
Okay.
half sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I heard about that in during sleep or deep sleep also. Sometimes the soul goes out, and there's a some name is there for that.
You see, soul cannot go out. Where
Okay.
can it go? Because soul is all pervading. It cannot go. Like the sunlight cannot go anywhere.
Okay.
The air has a movement, like the sky cannot go. So the all pervading consciousness cannot go and come. Only the mind which is connected to that, it can go and come. That we will discuss when we take the Sushma Sharira, subtle body. There,
Okay.
this we discuss this point.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Yeah, this is Rajni here.
Yeah.
I had a question regarding sadhana. Very practically, the way I see it, it always is something that keeps going up and down. There are days when the sadhana happens very well. You feel very connected, and then there are days when you don't feel like it, and I feel very guilty. That doesn't happen. Is that something which is normal, or how can I overcome that?
Okay, we know that this sadhana is connected to mind. This differences, this mood change not only happen related to sadhana, but also with all other things. Now, sometimes we are very much interested to eat. Sometimes we just eat. No, there is no much interest. So in each action, this variation can be experienced. This is the characteristics of mind. Chanchalam hi manaha. So therefore, mind always changes. It moves. Sometimes is attracted, sometimes is it enjoys the practice, sometimes doesn't enjoy. So this can be slowly controlled by continuous practice. But please don't be guilty if one day the practice is not happened. So this guilty feeling can make another problem, because again the mood can change. Therefore, take it easy. Okay, today I could not do of some reason, and you take that the mind is like that. Sometimes it is enjoying the practice and doing seriously, and sometimes not. So it's okay. So therefore, take it as natural. Each person has these tendencies differently. So they sometimes people can sit for a long time, but the another day the same person cannot sit for a long time. It's all depends on mind. Therefore, it is not actually connected to sadhana. It is connected to all the actions we do in relation with the mind, practice. So like we are daily going to our job, our office. You see, are we interested to go daily? No. We are going there like that. Sometimes we are okay. We are enjoying the office work there, but sometimes not. Sometimes we are disturbed with the work. So it is very quite natural. Okay. Yes, another question.
Swamiji, many a times the mind is in the fast forward mode, I would say. It doesn't stay. Suppose I'm like, okay, what next? Try to finish that particular job fast so that you can take up the next one. That is because of the restlessness of the mind. Sometimes it happens, when you are listening, okay, when is the, want to finish that and go for the next text or next this thing like that. You want to finish that and go for the next test, see what is written in that next test or the next sloka, what it is written. You start thinking now only how to stay in the present, analyze, absorb, and keep the mind focused in that particular time.
Yeah. It's a good question. Actually, it is very useful for sadhakas. So what we call as sadhana or concentration of mind or meditation, all these practices is for this point only. This what you are asking. To make mind stable in one object at a time. If this practice is established, then you can take any subject and analyze it, and you will get the right result.
Fine, Betty.
So far, for this, what we can do is, like when you read, for example, when you read a book, try to read the first word to last word. Take a page. No, we are opened a book and reading. We started from the first page to last page, and completing that one page. Again, stay there. Concentrate again on that page, and take the last word to the first word. So then, what would happen? The mind will reverse it. The reversing process is necessary. So it is one good practice. Another thing, the same thing, when you go to bed, before bed, think of the all day, what you did. It is a little difficult task, but if we can practice that, then mind will get this reverse character, reversing practice. So then, what mind thinks, if I go overseeing the object, then I cannot reverse. I need to reverse. Therefore, I need to learn this. I need to stay there. It's very good, and it's a good exercise for memory, concentration, stability, releasing, even stress releasing. It's a very good practice. So from morning to evening, and evening to evening to morning, like that. Take 2 ways, thinking about first to last and last to first. So this can help. It's a mental exercise. Okay.
Pranam Swamiji. I am Aruna from Bangalore.
Okay.
I would like to know what is the routine in Uttarakashi in the ashram, Swamiji? Can we come there and
Okay.
attend the classes, maybe for 5 to 7 days?
Yeah, actually, we don't have a special week 1 week program or 2 weeks program. Before Corona, we had conducted such programs, but after Corona, we have not started yet such programs. But people come, and whenever I get time, I spare time with them and discuss things and question answer. This thing happens, but we have not made any week like that course programs, no week course and all those. And our schedule, if you know that is we start our schedule by 4 o'clock, sometime 3:30 in the morning, and this continues till to 10:30. After that's in between, and in between there are 3-4 classes, and our sadhanas, like we have meditation and our practices, japa, puja, and all those. The all days scheduled. No, there is no gap. So we have 2 main meals, that is in daytime, 11:30, 12 o'clock, one meal, what we call as lunch, and then the evening 7:30. No, before today, when we start the class at 7:30, we have before that 7 o'clock. So after the dinner, I am here with you, the class. Now after this class, so I have some more work to complete, maybe take 1 hour, then I go to bed. So this is the schedule. And in between, if visitors are there, I have to attend, and other brahmacharis, they have some ashram duties. So they do some service in the ashram. So like that, the whole days with the sadhana and studies. Yeah, this is a short schedule, what we practice here.
Swamiji, you were taking Tattvabodha in Sanskrit.
Yeah, now we completed that.
Yeah, then anything else at that time?
Yeah, it will come. We are now, you see, as here our studies are different. Now they are memorizing all those what they studied. And after Shankara Jayanti, 25th, again we will revise. So they have to, memorize all those wordings and things like that. Then we will start the next book. It is Tattvabodha. We will start. The same thing will we are doing here. After Tattvabodha, we will learn Tattvabodha. This is the first step to second step, like that.
But that's all in Sanskrit. Any other language?
No, that class is different. Right? That is in Sanskrit. But now you are learning in English and Malayalam. And no, if you are interested, you can learn in Sanskrit also.
That's true.
It is available online.
Yeah.
It's coming in YouTube.
But any other online classes apart from that?
Apart from that, now Panchapadika is another test is going on. Is Panchapadika, it is called Panchapadika. This is from Brahma Sutra. The test by Padmapada Acharya, the direct disciple of Shankaracharya, the first disciple of Shankaracharya. It is a higher textbook of Vedanta. No, so much elaboration and discussion on mind and ignorance and all those things. Oh, a fully technical textbook. So that we learn, and then of course we are learning some Sanskrit. Always the Sanskrit learning classes are there, and another class in Hindi, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad with Bhashyam and commentary on that. That's also going on. So these are the things. And now one more thing in this occasion I want to tell you. We are celebrating Shankara Jayanti on 25th April, according to Indian calendar, because it may differ in one day in another countries. So 25th April is Shankaracharya's birthday. So we are having puja and all those here. So you can also celebrate. I will share you a voice message with chanting of sloka and how to offer that sloka to Acharya. That I will tomorrow, most probably tomorrow, I will send that message in the group. So you can chant that sloka, that verse, and pray to Shankaracharya. So offer some flower, keeping a photograph or something, some picture or something, and pray to him, because we are studying his works. So we need his blessings and guidance. So that is on 25th April. So according to lunar calendar, Vaishakha Shukla Panchami. So Shukla Panchami is called according to lunar calendar. So that is the day he took birth, the incarnation of Lord Shiva. So you can also do some performance, some reverence to Acharya. Okay.
Is there any online class we can this one we can join and then?
No,
That day
we are not planned it to give online puja performance.
At least one.
But I think we can do on Shankara Jayanti day the Abhishekam and Puja of our temple ideal. The time from 8:30, So yeah, we start by 8:30 in the morning, and I think we can do the YouTube live on that. Yeah, we are.
Be a good idea.
We will plan that. Then you can also see, and you can see our temple and Abhishekam, Kalashabhishekam, and all those.
And Swamiji,
So
what about Dakshina? That is also, many people were asking me how to send the Dakshina, and so,
yeah, you can send Dakshina. It's always welcome. We have no problem.
Yeah.
So you can send those Dakshinas. I think I shared one account number.
So can I put it in the group?
Yeah, you can put it in that, because if you directly put in our trust account, then there is we need to know the name and all the details for our receipt and things like that. If you do in this account, we can take and use it in different way. If that both way it is possible. If you want to directly give to ashram, that is also possible.
So
then
it
you
happens
have
both ways we will-
then we need all the details of the name and PAN number and all those details. Because it is a trust account, no, we need to write a receipt accordingly. So otherwise you can send to that account which I give, the brahmachari's account.
Yeah. So we will put both the numbers and the details, so they can choose whichever they want.
Yeah, I shall share.
Yeah.
I shall share both. Yeah.
Thank you, Swamiji. We can conclude now.
Yeah. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Narayana.